Sadly, that is the feeling. Not that it's terrible because it's just good. I thought it was good. I think maybe it is just my, I was gonna say maturity. There's nothing mature about reviewing movies while playing Tetris, and especially movies about construction toys that most children play with, unless you're me, because I build a lot of those, and I am a straight-up adult with a job and responsibilities. Hello there, and welcome to Blockbuster Reviews, is where I play a single game of Tetris Marathon on Tetris 99, get 150 lines and try and review a film before I get to those 150 lines or the blocks reach the top. Spoilers at 50 lines. Lego Movie 2 The Second Part, or The Lego Movie 2 The Second Part, is the sequel to The Lego Movie, a movie that I liked a lot. And it took me forever to see it because I was worried about disliking it a lot. I really enjoyed the first Lego movie. And I know this isn't supposed to be a review of a different movie. It just informs my review of the Lego Movie, the second part. I went in thinking, I am gonna hate this movie. There's no way it can reach the level of the first Lego movie in terms of charm, in terms of humor, and I mean, just like any sequel, once you've had that first punch of a great idea that captures your imagination, they really can't do it again unless they have like a jumping off point and they try some new things. And I remember seeing reviews for the Lego movie that basically all amounted to, yeah, it's good. And that depressed me. I didn't want to see that, and I think I would have disliked it even more if that was my takeaway from it. And after watching it, sadly, that is the feeling. Not that it's terrible because it's just good. I thought it was good. I think maybe it is just my, I was gonna say maturity. There's nothing mature about reviewing movies while playing Tetris, and especially movies about construction toys that most children play with, unless you're me, because I build a lot of those, and I am a straight-up adult with a job and responsibilities. But the Lego Movie 2, the second part, is pretty good. And honestly, pretty good is better than what I thought. I thought I was going to hate it. I thought it was going to be like a completely bullshit plot. Because one thing that I really liked about the first one is it holds together very well for what it is. Am I at 50 lines? Okay, I'm not. So the main character is Emmett, Wildstyle, whose real name is Lucy, Batman, Lego Batman, Unikitty, Princess Unikitty, Captain Metalbeard. They're all now in this Apocalypseburg, because at the end of the first Lego movie, basically, you find that, oh, I'm at spoiler territory, you find that Will Ferrell's character who plays the boy who has dreamed up all this shit, oh, that's bad. That is bad news bears. Oh, I'm going to need some moments to get out of that. Okay. Basically, he kind of reserves to, you kids can play with my Legos. He had this big, huge set, which is amazing, especially if you're a little kid, that you have all this Lego just inventory at your disposal. The kid uses it to make these pretty intense stories with these characters that are rich and interesting. And I've had many theories that I've talked about on podcasts that no longer exists about what that movie's really about. I think it's a boy who is talking about his friendship and his social life using these Lego characters because he cannot do it through normal means, because, you know, some kids, you know, oh my gosh, have social issues and whatnot. I just sloppy fucking bored. And at the end of the first movie, Will Ferrell says, okay, well, you can play with the Legos, but you gotta let your sister play too. And it ended with these Duplo blocks aliens coming down basically saying, "We've come to destroy you," in a little girl's voice, and it's like, holy shit, what happens now? Picks up right after that. It implies that there's been, like, years of struggling to maintain the world, and it's just kind of been lost, and there's really, like, this joke about bleakness, which I think is funny with movies, how everything's bleak. Not everything is awesome, and as you go through the story, it's about other aliens who have become more sophisticated, and you think, at least the audience and the main character Emmett thinks, it's all a big plan to make everybody, like, terrible in some way, when really it is a peace offering. These characters are not evil, they just want to merge the worlds together, and you find out that if, much like the last movie, if this boy is just trying to talk about what's going on with him socially through the medium of Legos, his sister wants to be a part of his life, wants to enjoy these Legos with him, but he views it as she wants to ruin what he's created, when really she just admires him and wants to build something better together. And it's a really awesome message. Big spoiler, there is a cameo by Miss Maya Rudolph, because clearly they got Will Ferrell's voice, but not his personage, if that's even a word. And the characters, you know, they're back. The jokes, they just don't hit as hard, especially the Lego Batman. He makes reference that he had his own movie that I think was better, in my opinion. And he learned a valuable thing about friendship, but he's still basically the same character he was in the original. And, oh wow, yeah, one. I mean, the main point of it is, at the end, they learn to get along together, because Armageddon, which is their mom again, it's hilarious. It's just like the Craggle. There's some jokes that are clever, but it's just basically jokes on top of the, or in response to the jokes that were already made in the better film, which I think is Lego Movie. So it's one of those things where I left going, oh, pretty cool, but, well, you know, whatever. The main manifestation of the kids' fear is Emmett has this new buddy named Rex Dangervest that is just Emmett. It's just Chris Pratt doing a different Chris Pratt voice. And maybe the reason I don't like it, and I've had a harder time watching Lego Movie recently, is because of Chris Pratt and the fact that he's into some shit. And how do you know? Because he doesn't want to talk about that shit. We know he's a part of a church that is pretty uncool, and we know that he's probably a Trump supporter because he doesn't want to talk about politics ever. So, you know, it's hard. And to see him be like, oh, I'm Rex Dangervest, my character from Jurassic World that you hated, specifically Kirk. So that part made it hard, but it was such a big part, and then it introduced time travel, which made no sense, and I don't even have enough time to explain that. It was just, you know, it was okay. Lego Movie 1 was amazing. Lego Movie 2, the second part, okay. Good, but I don't think it really reaches the greatness of the original. I've already talked too much, the game's over. Have a good one. Play more Tetris. Have a good day. And maybe suggest a movie in the comments that I'll do, if it's on a streaming service and I have access to it.